may be right, Lisa. If she had chosen someone else, she would be happy. But then his eyes, this determination settling in. But I won't leave my girl unfinished, not until I found the. His grip until his knuckles turned, his car speeding off into the unknown. The city lights blurred into a streaks of gold and crimson as Taehyung car through the empty street. His grip on the steering wheel, his jaw, the echoes played on repeat in his mind. The moment his tires screeched to a halt outside the grand mansion, he slammed the door and a force his breath as he towards the entrance, his presence radiating without hesitation, he pounded against the door, the defeating sound cutting through the silence of the night. Taehyung, Mia, where the are you? His voice was sharp. The walls of the mansion seemed to with his force. His every step was heavy as he pushed forward. Boots thudded against the cold marble floor as his eyes darted around, seeking her presence, but there was nothing. His patience snapped. Taehyung, don't be, Mia, if you don't. His words were sliced in half by the sound of the door creaking behind him. Instinct took over, and he spun on his knees, his sharp gaze landing on who stood there with an eerie calmness. The dim lightning cast a sinister glow on her face. The moment their eyes met, his surged like a tidal wave. And in a heartbeat, he went forward, seizing her, his fingers as he lifted with an ease. His breaths were heavy, his face just inches, and his voice dropping into a whisper. Taehyung, how you do that? His tone was lethal, laced with unspoken. His dark eyes poured into her eyes, searching anything that would justify, but what he found was Via chuckled, even as her breath, even as she, on the edge of, she laughed, a soft, taunting sound that downed his. I know that you know that I'm not thee. She murmured, her voice barely above a whisper, yet each word enough to. But I'm the one who knows. Take your grip for a fraction of a second, just enough for her to take he away from her. His with unbridled, his mind piecing together the she had just at him, his at his side, and he is racing and falling. Mia rubbing her sore as she stepped closer, her eyes with something unreadable. Shall we talk now? His nostrils Taehyung. Talk after everything? Mia tilted her head. Yes, but not like this. His brows knitted together in confusion, but before he could react, he felt something soft, almost like a whisper. A fine white cascaded over, floating in the dim light before settling against his vision. The mansion seemed to shadows distorting in his breaths, his suddenly to move. The realization struck too late. He had just walked right into a. The last thing he saw was Mia's retreating, her laugh echoing through the hall. as him whole. Some moments later, the weight of his hold felt foreign as taking heavy eyelids, his vision, the world around him a spinning of dim lights and shadows. And then, like in a dim light, Mia stood before him, unblinking. The moment his senses aligned, consumed him. His all over again. How you again is his voice echoing entire room to Mia as she casually twirled a strand of her hair between her fingers. Don't make my. She tilted her head. The words stripped from her in your dreams. I will never. Of his voice, and for a moment Mia stilled. Then she left out a small laugh, low, calculated, as if she had already anticipated his reaction before him. Don't worry, it's only a matter of time. You won't even realize it's happening. One day you will, and wonder have you ever. Her voice dipped into something, and you don't know how much. I am not a child to be, or I'm not to believe you. At that, she laughed, a sound so it said the playfulness as her. Do you really think I? She whispered, her fingers trailing along his. He jerked. Did you never wonder how Jack in his room after you together? He hadn't thought about it. He's been too consumed by his to question the details, but now as she looked at him with that, what? What did you do? He, Mia chuckled. She leaned back. I heard him planning too, so I had to get answers right. A shudder ran. She continued. Her voice almost got him to spill his. And when I do enough, well, let's just say he didn't have time to carry them out. Silence. The air between them felt thick. He wanted to deny it, believe she was, or some game. She had done it. She had Jack trying to suppress at the police. Oh, they had their eyes for a while. After all, I was the last person seen. But I know how to play. Taehyung, I know how to. You are, he whispered. Hers work, no Taehyung, I'm just an woman. And that's why I let your precious wife, she murmured. Taehyung body went, the mention of my name. If you so much as think about why would I why would I want to see little Taehyung after all. His jaw, every fiber of his being, but she simply smiled, studying him. Now, shall we finally talk about why you're here? Taehyung chuckles as his eyes who the Via chuckled, her lips curling. Oh, my dear friend Sarah. Well, should I tell you or who? A casual tone. Tell me both now. Well, four people, and those four. But do you want to hear her votes to him like she was your friend too? Via let out another amused chuckle, her expression void of. But I'll be honest. And you didn't? Why would I? She was your friend. I don't. I like the scene, so I didn't want. And frankly, taking patience, he could just spill it. Who are they? Mia, tapping her fingers on the what do I get in return? Taehyung stared at her. No answer? Fine, I'll tell you what I want. You stay with me for 3 months. You think I would agree to that? Priya sighed dramatically, shaking her head in amusement. Oh, Taehyung, you don't really have a choice. What if I get those myself? Nice try, but I'm not. I would never keep the evidence. Taehyung felt a sense of he couldn't let those go, and he knew Mia would never. Fine, I'll stay, but on one condition. Oh, and what would be that? You will never go near or by, and if you only to get worked up, why would I do that when you're staying with me? I promise. Now I have to find a way to expose and keep Wyatt and my safe. That's my only priority right now. Just wait here. Just 3 months is all I need to make sure you never leave again. Her mind already spinning with plans. The game has just started. Subscribe, let me know if you want part 3.